Let's start with the session with the quote. It was said by William Edward. He said, "Without data, we are just another person with an opinion." So it means whenever we are getting data from any source, from any electronic machines or from any other sources, we need to make it into the useful information. For converting that into the useful information, we do multiple things. And for doing this same, we have multiple tools. But today we will learn about the Microsoft Power BI. It is a tool which we will use to convert the raw data into creating some informations, and we will create some visuals also by using that raw data. So as we know, Power BI is a tool which is developed by Microsoft. It is developed in 2015, 2015, and it is known as BI tool. BI means Business Intelligence Tool, and we will clean the data, we will transform it, and we will pre-process it, and then give some insight to our raw data. And in another way, we can also say the Power BI is collection of some components. So the first component is Power Query. Power Query is basically mean a ETL tool. If I define ETL, a full form of ETL is extract, transform, and load. So what we did, we when we send any raw data to Power BI, we need to transform it, we need to clean it. Like we need to remove the null values, we need to remove the duplicate values, we need to transform it into some required format. So we do this thing from Power Query. And another thing, we have Power Pivot. We have loaded the data from multiple sources. There are options to connect multiple sources in Power BI, and we need to connect all the tables, make a relationship between them. We can do this by using Power Pivot. And there is another component like Power View. Whenever we are making any visuals in Power BI and some charts, some visualizations we're doing for our raw data, we have a Power View component. And after creating everything, like we have loaded the data, we have transformed it, and we have created some visuals, then we are going to share our report to the person, to some other person, we are sharing our report to the client. We need a cloud service which we called Power BI services. So these are four components which make a complete Power BI. Yeah. So let me open Power BI. Yeah. So I hope Power BI is already installed in your computer. So this is the first look of your Power BI. You have to go to the blank report. Yeah. So see, there are three options. First one is the report view. A report view is used for visualization portion. So this is done by the internal component which is known as Power View, report view. Here we are creating our visualization. Let me load some data. So if you open the Power BI, there is a use sample data. You can easily click on this and load it. This is the navigator pane. If you see here, the blue color is showing the table. For an example, if you are loading an Excel data, the data is in Excel file. So you have two options. This gray color means you are importing the whole sheet, and blue color it means the table which is available in that sheet. So there might be a chances that inside one sheet we have multiple tables. So I am directly loading a sheet only. So if I load it directly, it will load into the Power BI desktop. Power BI desktop is a software which is freely available for us. But if we talk about Power BI services, it is a paid one. We have to pay $10 per month for pro account or per user. Yeah. So if I loaded a data, it will show in this pane. This is known as data pane. we can minimize it, and we can maximize it by clicking here. Like if we click here, these are the panes. So in the data pane, we have a table. If we expand it, we have multiple fields, all the fields which are available in this table. Now, for an example, I am taking a line chart, and I'm putting the date in the x-axis and putting sales in the y-axis. So see here, this is the visual. I have created an example. This is the visual, and we have created this visual in the report view. So this is done. This the internal component is Power View. Now, if we go here in the table view, if you go here the table view, you can see the data in the Excel form. So this is for only seeing the data. We cannot change anything. We cannot double click and change as we usually do in the Excel file. And here is a model view. Model view is created by Power Pivot. So for an example, here I am loaded the data like financial data. Let me load another data. So I'm loading it from an Excel file. So if you click here in the get data, we have multiple sources like Excel workbook, Power semantic model, data flow. There are multiple ways we can load the data. If you click here in the more option, you can see there are 100 plus connectors. We can load the data from JSON file. We can load it from uh, Oracle database. If you search here, Google component. So you can load it from BigQuery also. And for an example, if you want to load the data from any website, so we have an option for web. We can directly load it from website also. So as of now, I'm loading the data from Excel file. So I'm clicking here and click on connect. And I have downloaded a file which is sample superstore. You have to just click here and open. And there are multiple sheets and we have multiple tables. I'm directly loading this order sheet. Yeah. So I am here. I am in the model view. So you can see I have loaded this order table from another source, another Excel file, and this is financial, which is the default. Yeah, we can say the sample data which is available in a Power BI. So all the data, all the tables are available in the table view. And if we want to make a relation, we can directly go to the manage relationship and we can create a relationship here. For an example, what I did here, I clicked on new relationship and I clicked here like this is the financial table and this is the order table. And we want to make a relationship like we have a common column like a date only. So I clicked here in the date column, and in the order table, we have a order date table, order date column. So see here, the format is not correct. This is in the date format, but in the order table, the data type is the numerical. So first we need to change the data type of this table. So let me cut this first and go to the table view. And here we have order table. Click on the order table and go to here the order date. So see here, the date is in whole number. If you click on this column, you have an option column tool. Inside the column tool, you can see the data type. So the data type is here whole number. We need to change it into the date data type. If you click here, now you can see this is in the correct format. You have to refresh it. Okay. Now there is another option, the format option. You can change the format, like you can change it into the sort date, you can change it into another date type. But as of now, I am putting it into the full date form. Now I'm going to the model view and clicking on the manage relationship. You have to click on the new relationship, click the financial table, click the order table, and select the column from which column you are going to make a relationship. I'm clicking on the date column, and here we have an order date. So we are making a relationship with these two columns. And here we have a cardinality. Cardinality, it means what type of relationship you are going to make. I will let you know what are the meaning of this many to one, one to one. But as of now, I am clicking here by default option, many to many relationship. And there is a cross filter direction. This is also I will tell you in the later session. But as of now, I'm just telling is it this is the both direction. You have to just click here, save. If you save the relationship, you can see the relation is developed between these two tables. So how we can do this relationship? We can do it from the model view, and the internal component is the power pivot. So which is helping to make a relationship between two tables. Now, now there is a transform data. If you click here in the home menu bar, there is a transform data. If you click on the transform data, you went another tool which is known as Power Query Editor. So this is the Power Query Editor. Here we can transform our data. For an example, see, I have loaded the order table, and I'm checking a column where we have any, we want to remove anything. For an example, there is a reason column. If I drop down here, we can see there are four values. And if I want to change any value, like we want to change the central values to some other values. So what I have to do, I have to right click here, I have to right click here and replace value. So I am putting instead of central, I am putting some other things like mid value. Mid I am putting here. So just click OK. So what I did here, I transformed the value, I replaced the value central to mid value. So whatever thing I am doing here, this is showing in the applied step. You can see the one more step is increased here. So in Power Query Editor, we don't have an option to press Control Z. We cannot do undo option. We have to click here and go to the previous. If I click here in the change type, we can go here the previous step. So if I click again here, then we have the replaced step. We have a replaced step. Okay. Now, for an example, if I'm deleting anything, like I'm selecting this column, and by pressing control key, I'm clicking this column also. These three columns I have selected. Now I am right clicking and deleting it. Remove the column. You can see one more step is increased here. Remove the column. Now, if now we cannot press Control Z and go back. We have to cut it. If we cross it here, we can move it into the previous step. So after doing every transformation, I'm just saying, I'm just giving some examples. We will do multiple transformation in later session. So after doing all the transformation, we need to load it into the Power BI desktop. So where we can do, we have to click here, file. If you click close and apply, the Power Query editor will close and all the transformation will apply into the Power BI desktop. But if you click only apply, all the transformation just apply into the Power BI desktop, but the Power Query window will still open. And if you close it directly, nothing will move to the Power Query, Power BI desktop. So we have to do it here, close and apply. So the Power Query Editor is for the transformation.
Now, if we click on apply, what will happen?
If you click on the apply, all the transformation will apply to the Power BI desktop, but the Power Query Editor window will still open. Let me show you how we can. Okay, there is some issue. Let me discard this. Yeah. So let me change something like I'm changing this first class to some other thing. First class. And I'm just clicking apply here. Okay, you will usually get this issue, OLEDB issue you will get. So what you can do, you have to check the data source setting here. So the financial data super storage. Let me go to from the Power BI desktop. Data source setting. Let me remove the relationship first. Okay, we will first delete it from this model and discard the changes. I'm deleting this table. I'm doing the transformation in financial table. So transform. Yeah, for an example, I change this some values from here. I'm putting here. See, and I'm just applying here. See here, you can see this Power Query Editor window is still open. And if you open the Power BI desktop here, and you have to go to the country, yeah, you can see the product is the product name is changed here, CA double. So all the transformation will start reflecting into the Power BI desktop, but the Power Query Editor window is still open. So this option will act like this. Are you getting the point?
Yeah, the pop-up won't go out. I mean, the
Yeah,
pop-up will still remain to say,
yeah,
right?
yeah. Power
Okay,
Query
okay,
Editor window will still open.
okay. Is the
So
changes will be done
yeah,
at the table level? Yes, okay.
yeah, it is
Yeah,
done.
it's done. But the
So
pop-up won't go away. Okay, got it.
so sometimes we want to see the changes in Power BI desktop and again we have to do multiple things. Then we do this option.
Got it. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
these are the component. These three components I have just shared you in on this screen share. But one component which is available on Power BI services. Let me show this also. For Power BI services, first if you don't have any subscription, you need to create an organization email ID. So for this, you can use a temp mail. Temp mail will give an organization mail ID for some time. For temporary purpose, we can create it. So you have to just open this temp mail and it will create an organization mail for you.
Is it?
Yeah, we can do this.
Now,
So
why
see,
do we use the organization mail here, basically?
because for Power
If
BI
you want the Power
services,
BI services,
yeah,
okay.
the Gmail ID will not work here. Gmail or Yahoo mail ID will not work here.
Okay. Is this temporary email ID will work for some only for few of the days?
Yeah, for 30 to 60 days we can use it, and we
Hmm.
can practice Power BI services. Only we
Okay.
need to remember this mail ID. We need to copy it somewhere in the notebook. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm just creating an example. you can create here. I have my own organization mail ID, but for temporary purpose, we can use that mail ID.
Okay.
So I'm open. You have to just type Power BI sign in and go to the first option. The proper website is app.powerbi.com. You have to click here.
Can you share this link to the in the chat?
Yeah, yeah. So I have already opened. I am opening it into the incognito mode. So, app. See here. This type of window you will get. So I have copied that mail ID and pasting here. Use the arrow to rotate the. Now you have to click on I got it from my organization. And you have to enter all the details here. I'm just giving an example. And
Do we get any OTP or something with the mobile number?
yeah, you will get the OTP, but on the mail ID only, which you will have to remember. So the verification code will come on the temp mail side. If you go here, you will see there is a mail ID. So you do not need, if you refresh this page, the mail ID will change. So do not refresh this page. Clicking all the checkbox and next. Get started.
Nice for a temporary mail ID. Nice it is actually.
Yeah, we can practice. We can practice here everything. How to publish the dashboard on the Power BI services. So I'm logging it again. It is asking me to give the mail ID and password. See, it is asking me to connect with the Microsoft Authenticator. So I think you know how to connect with the Microsoft Authenticator. You just need to download it from the Play Store in your mobile phone and just click on next button and then again next button. And you need to, after downloading the Microsoft Authenticator, you need to take the screenshot from Microsoft Authenticator application. So
So
I'm
for this,
taking
do
the,
we need to log in our mobile to this temporary email ID?
yeah, for an example, the second time, whenever you are logging into Power BI services, you do not need to give the password. You,
Yeah, understood. But we are using the temporary email ID, right? So we might not logged in to the temporary credentials, basically, right? Do we need to log into the temporary credentials, the one which we have created,
no,
the
no,
temporary email ID?
we do not need to log in. We,
Okay.
uh, we just created this. We have to just remember the password. But the password of Power BI.
Okay.
So I'm taking the screenshot, the scanner in the authenticator. And so the pop-up 23 is showing in my mobile phone. I'm just clicking on yes. So this is for security purpose for Power BI.
Okay.
I clicked on don't show this again. See, this is the Power BI services, and this is the Power BI services. You can publish any of the dashboard in this workspace, my workspace. So from here we can share the dashboard to the client. So let me show how we can do it. Here, this is the Power BI desktop. I have created a visual here. In Power BI desktop, we need to use that same mail ID to sign in. So I'm just pasting here this mail ID. It is asking 2 times. You need to enter 2 times mail ID in the password. Know this app only. See here, you can see this mail ID is connected to Power BI desktop. So now we need to publish it. So I'm just clicking here the publish button. Inside home, you will get this publish option. I'm just saving the file and then publish it. Now again I'm clicking here the publish button. Here, see the workspace is showing here, the my workspace. And one more thing I will tell you what, if you have a paid version, for an example, if you have a pro license basis, then you can create multiple workspace. As of now, we cannot create. Let me try, but I think we cannot create uh, any workspace. See here, we cannot create any workspace here.
Got it.
So, if you have a pro license, we can create it. So as of now, we have only my workspace there. So I'm just selecting that workspace and publishing the dashboard. It will take time as per the size of this the report. If you have huge data, it will take some more time. Now, if I go here in my workspace, I'm I can see my report here. I can see my report here. So whenever I'm sharing any report, we have two things here. Two things. One is the report where we can see all the visuals, and one is the semantic model. Semantic model is nothing, it's just a data set. Whatever tables we have loaded, we can see here. If I click it, I'm pressing control and clicking on different tab. So one is the report and one is the semantic model. See here, this is the semantic model. So if I see here, if I see here, we can check when the dashboard was refreshed earlier. So we can say put a schedule refresh. We can see the data also, and we can do multiple things. If you click here, we can check the history of the refresh. Everything we can do here, and we can see the data model here. So many things we can see here in the Power BI services here. And if I go to the report, you can see your visual here. You can see your visual here. So we can download this file. If you click here, we can download this. We can edit it also. But for edit, we need sometime the admin has disabled the access, so we cannot do this. So as this is my own mail ID, so we can edit it here. We can change. We can remove this column and put another column here. If I put here, like I'm putting the sales column, so it will reflect the sales column. And if I want to enable the label option, we can enable the label option. And after doing everything, you need to save it here. You can see there is a save button. You have to click it. And again, you need to see the reading view. You can click here the reading view. So this is how the Power BI services look like. And if you want to share it, you have to just click on share button. But this is also possible for the person who has taken the pro version. So you need to just click on share button, give the mail ID, everything, and you can directly send this report to his mail ID.
So basically, if anybody is trying to project themselves whenever they are doing, they can't do it in the free version.
Yeah, we cannot share the
They
report in
cannot
free
share.
version. Yeah, we cannot share. We can share it into the PDF format. If you click here in the export button, we can uh, give the PDF version. We
Okay.
cannot share. Microsoft are not giving the access or share the report from Power BI services. So this is the fourth component of Power BI, which is Power BI services. And one more component is there, which is known as Power BI mobile, we can say. Power BI, we can say Power BI app. Power BI app. We can download it into the mobile in our mobile phone, and we can sign in with our mail ID, and we can directly see the report there. So there are five components as of now we are available in Power BI.
Is
And
this Power BI? Is this Power BI is compatible to the iPads?
no, that's what I was going to tell you. We
iPads.
don't
Is it not going to be support
is
iPods?
is there option for Play Store? I don't think
Uh,
we are able to
they will have a different
Mac,
app
yeah,
browser.
iOS,
Yeah.
iOS. We don't Power BI desktop. We cannot download into Mac or iOS mobile as of now. It is
Okay.
available only on
Desktop leave it, but at least they can access the reports, right?
if you are able to download. If you are able to open the Play Store and download the Power BI app, then only you can access.
Yeah.
Or what you can do, what you can do, you can open the Power BI app in browser and then log in there.
Okay. The browser will work, but not apps will
App
not.
will
Yeah.
app will not work. So in Mac we cannot download this, install this Power BI desktop. So this is the limitation we have as of now. So this five components are there in Power BI desktop. Now let me tell you why we are going to use Power BI comparison to other visualization tool. So we have a Google Trend website, and we can see there if we compare it with the another visualization software like Click is a visualization software and Tableau. If we compare it for last 5 years, we can see the Power BI has more demand. But it is only in India only. If you can see for other country, this might be different. It has maximum features. We have 280 plus visuals there. We have more than 280 visuals here, and we have 1200 plus functions. We have multiple functions, and which is written in DAX language and AMPO. Let me give you a brief example of text. I'm opening the Power BI desktop. So if you go here in the table and you can see in the column tool option, there is an option for new column. If you click here, so you can see there is a option to write some code. I'm pressing control and scrolling up. So I can zoom in. So I'm just writing like new column. This is the name of our column, and I'm using here sum. So sum is a DAX language. It is a function. This is a function. And if I'm using here like I'm using the sales. Here I'm using this sales price. So this financial is the table name, and inside this square bracket is the column name. So sales price is the column name and it is coming from this table, financial table. And I'm summing all the value and I'm just pressing enter. So how we can write this code? We can write this code by using DEX function. What is the full form of DEX? Uh, DEX means data analysis expression. This is the full form of DEX. So if you see here, if you cut it, if you collapse it, and if you see here, there is another column. So here I have written the DEX language. So for AMP code, we need to open the transform data. AMP code is available in Power Query editor only. So see here, I have opened the Power Query editor. Go here in the home button. There is an advanced editor option. If you click here, you can see the M code of all the steps which we have applied in this Power Query editor, automated. But if I change anything, for an example, if I change this thing, like I replace this government to GOVT and I pressed OK. So see here, one more step increased here. And again, if I click on the advanced editor, you can see this step is increased here. One more step is added here. Are you getting my point?
Got it. Whatever the changes we have, whatever the modifications which we have done, those all information will be stored here in the
Yeah. Yeah.
M4.
The third most important thing, it is very cost effective. I have also worked into ClickSense and Tableau. What I see here, whenever we don't have any access or any paid version of thing, we cannot practice there. In Click, we are not able to practice. So what is best thing in Power BI? We can easily download it in our system and we can practice it. And it is completely free. This is not for 60 days or 30 days. We can practice, we can download this Power BI desktop for lots of period. We do not need to give any amount. Only one thing we have to do in Power BI desktop, we have update on monthly basis. So whenever the update comes from Microsoft side, we need to reinstall it again.
Got it.
Okay, and this is if you have downloaded this Power BI desktop by using Microsoft Store, it will automatically update. That's also we do not need to reinstall and install again. One more thing, we have a 100+ data connectivity. We can connect with multiple sources and we can handle the large data set. We can do advanced analytics like we can do machine learning things here also by using Python language. We can do here, and we have mobile accessibility, which I already told you. An example, we have to create any dashboard. So what we do, we usually connect the data source with Power BI desktop. We do all the transformation, we do all the cleaning process. We make our visuals in the Power BI desktop. After creating everything, then only we publish it into the Power BI services. So this is the flow, or we can say this is the architecture of the Power BI reports, or we can say how we can create a Power BI reports. Now, these are the link. If you open this link, we can download the Power BI desktop. So I have just opened that link. Let me search here Power BI. Yeah. So this Power BI is in the Microsoft. I have. If you want to open in the Microsoft Store, you have to just click on here. But if you click here in the download button, it is asking, do you want to download it from Microsoft Store? So as of now, I'm not downloading from Microsoft Store. I just cancel it here. Okay, let me open from the Google on. I'm just typing here Power BI desktop download. And this is the link. What I'm showing here, where you can see what version you have downloaded in your in your system, what version of Power BI you have downloaded. So if you open that link, the latest version is showing here 2.144, and the date of published date it is showing here. Now what you have to do, go to the Power BI desktop which installed in your system. You have to go to the file option, and there is an option options and setting, and there option setting. So if anything updated by Microsoft side, and you want to reflect all the update into your current Power BI, you have to just go to the preview feature, and you can see all the latest update. If you see here, I haven't clicked use new Google BigQuery connector. So whenever you reinstall the Power BI in your system, these options are showing unselected. You have to click these options and restart the Power BI. So then only the new update will reflect on your Power BI. And I'm telling you how to check the version. You have to go to the file option, click on about. See here, I have used the same version, June 2025. So this is the latest version, June 2025. So if you see the version name is different, you need to again download it from here. If you click here, you can download it, and then you have to reinstall it. And after reinstalling, you have to go to the this file option, options and setting, options, and go to the preview feature. You have to go to the preview feature and then enable everything and restart the Power BI. So this is the way you can update your Power BI on monthly basis. So now I'm going to tell you how we can load the data and how we can create any dashboard in Power BI. And first of all, I am telling you the look. So as we know, these are the options available. These are known as menu bar. We say menu bar. And if you click on any of the menu bar, we have different icons. And these are known as icon bars. And sometimes we call it ribbons. We call it ribbon. We can show it and hide it here. And these are the report. These are report view. This is report view, this is table view, this is model view, this is DAX query view, and this is TMDL view. I will tell you every option whenever we are going to that kind of things. And these are the panes available. Like this is the filter pane available. If you click here, this is the data pane available. This is the build pane available. And this is the format pane. This is the sync slicer pane. This is the selection panes available. So there are multiple panes available there. And inside that, we have multiple options. The data panes is available for all the tables like we have loaded the financial table, and inside that we have multiple columns. And if you see here, this sum option is showing the data type is numerical. If you see here the calendar, it means the data type is a date type. And if you see here the calendar and there is some another summation mark is there, it means we have created that column. This is not source column. We have created this column by using the text language. So these are the symbols. And inside the build pane, we have the all the visuals are available. These are the native visuals available. If you want more visuals, we have to click here, and we have to click here, get more visuals. And we went on Power BI app. But for this, we need the mail ID. I have already logged in that mail ID. So it will reflect. So we can download any external visuals in our Power BI. For an example, if I downloaded this water cup, I have to just click here. It will it will take some time, and I have to just add it. Here I have downloaded it. So we can easily use that visual in our report. We can use it in our report. If you want to remove it, you have to click on here, remove the visual. You can remove it. So these are the visuals available in Power. I will tell you how each and every visuals, and these are the format. For an example, if you want to change any formatting part for any visual for the page, we can do it from here. We can change, if you click here on the canvas side, we can reduce the size of this page. We can reduce the size of this page. We can change it into later form. If you want any custom pixel, like I want my own height and I want my own width, we can change it from here. If you want to change the background color, you can go to the canvas background and you can do it from here. If you change the color, you need to reduce the transparency. See, the color size is changing. And you can also add your own image. If you want, you can add your image also. And there is one more option, wallpaper. We can directly load the wallpaper and we can do some transformation here. So these are the options we have. We can use it, and these are regularly update. We don't know on the latest update these options will change. So these are updating on monthly basis. And there is a sync slicer. We can do it later. What the sync slicer is doing, and there is a selection pane and there is a filter pane. For filter pane, we have three options: filter on this page, filter all the pages. If you added any visual here, for an example, I have added this visual. So one more option is showing here, filter on this visual. So if I talk about on interview perspective, interviewer ask you how many types of filter are available. So we can say there are three types of filter available. Filter on visuals, the filters which are applied only on this particular visual. Filter on this page. This means if you apply filter on on this page, all the visuals on this page having same filter. And if you have multiple pages, for an example, we have more than one pages, and you want to apply the filter on all the pages, we use here only. So how we can do it, I will tell you later how we can do it. So these are the panes available. I'm just okay. Now I'm telling you how we can load the data. First, I'm deleting it. I'm deleting it. So this is the fresh report. This is the blank report. Nothing is loaded here. And I'm just, let me click on the blank report. See, this is the blank report. And if I want to load any data, you have to just click, go to the home and get data. And there are more options. So first you need to know what data source you are using. So for an example, if I open my folder, see here, this is the Excel file. How I checked it, the .xls file is mentioned here. So if it is not showing, you have to just right click and see the property of this file. Let me check if I have some other format. Yeah, for an example, I have this. Uh, okay, let's take this is the text file. I'm loading this text file into the Power BI. So what we can do, I have to just go to the text connector and I'm clicking on connect button. Here, I am just clicking on this text file and open it. See, this navigator bar is showing here. If you click load button, it will directly load into the Power BI desktop. If you click on the transform data, you will go to the Power Query editor. So I'm just loading it. See, all the columns, all the tables has been loaded here. If you see into the table view, you can see the values inside that column. You can see the values inside that columns. What are the values are available. So this how we can load the text file. For an example, I'm using, I have any website and I want to load the data from that website. So for an example, I'm just taking a Wikipedia site. Yeah, in Wikipedia, let me check the Virat Kohli. Uh, Virat Kohli runs total runs. I'm just taking an example. So this is the website, and I think let me give here Virat Kohli runs table in Wikipedia. Okay, for an example, this is the website, and I want to load this table, particular table into Power BI. So how we can do? I just copy that link and go to the Power BI, this Power BI desktop, and I will search web connector. This is the web connector. And I remember when I went for Power BI interview for my first time, this question has asked me for the interview. The interviewer has asked me this question, how we can connect the website with Power BI. So the web connector we have for connecting with the website. I'm just giving that link and clicking on OK button. And it is asking me for anonymous. I'm just clicking on web connect. See here. In that link, whatever things are available, all the things are showing here. So if you click here, we need to find which table we want to load into the Power BI. So for an example, this is the table I want to load into Power BI. I have to just click here, click on this, and just load it here. So this is how we can load the HTML, uh, this website table into the Power BI.